Now, is it just me, or have you noticed that the car loans have been getting higher and higher in price? No, really. The monthly payments have skyrocketed. And so what we want to do is make sure that you're completely out of that cash flow sucking debt as soon as possible. This is CJ Wallace. This is the Velocity channel, and we're going to show you how to go from debt to wealth. This is your bridge to financial freedom. So first of all, let's go ahead and do this. Let's give you an idea about your situation, because I know you got a car, I know you got payments. I want to show you how to get those payments eliminated as quick as possible. Let's get into this. Brace yourself, because this is based on a true story, all right? If in 2019, okay, just go ahead and put it there. 2019, you purchased a vehicle for $25,000. That same vehicle in 2024 would be $30,661. That's 22% cumulative interest rate. Now, I'm not done, right? We're not done. We want you to get the full picture of what we're dealing with when we're talking about velocity banking and paying down your car, paying down your auto, whatever it is, okay? Now that's just $25,000. A lot of you have more expensive vehicles, and that's okay. So let's go through how we're going to do this step by step. So the first step in rapidly eliminating this auto loan is to determine your CFI. Do you remember what that stands for? That stands for cash flow index. Now, why do we need to determine that? Well, the CFI is going to help us determine if we need to place this auto loan as a priority to pay down or not. Let me explain what I mean. On the CFI index, we have 0 to 100, okay? So let's just draw a little line there. Between 0 to 100 is, that's right, 50. From 0 to 50, these are the loans that are called inefficient loans. Inefficient loans suck the cash flow more than those that are efficient or efficient loans. So what do I mean when I mention the difference between ineffective and or inefficient and efficient loans? I'm talking about the amount you're getting. You may want to write this down. The amount you're getting versus the amount that's being paid. Let me show you what I mean. So you have $25,000, okay, in the auto loan, all right? That's how much that car costs. That's how much you've got to pay back. Just for easy math, I know there's title involved. I know there's registration involved. I know all of that, interest rates. For easy math, $25,000. Now, what is your monthly payment on that $25,000? What is it? Okay. $602. Okay, $602. Let's say that's at a 6% interest rate. So now what we have to do is we have to figure out, is this going to be 0 to 50 or from 50 to 100? And if it is within the range where we can work with an efficient loan, then we're going to go ahead and place this on the back burner. But if it is inefficient between 0 to 50, then we need to eliminate that loan as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and do the calculation for it. Okay, everybody remember long division? Are you ready to do some long division? Because I'm not. Okay, I went ahead and looked that calculation up there for you. Go ahead and save you some time. It's 41. It's 41. That's our cash flow index when we're talking about the car loan. So now, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go ahead and place it on this spectrum. Is it between 0 and 50? If it is, this is a loan that we need to prioritize in paying off, and we need to pay it off immediately. So let's go ahead and place it right here, that's 41. Okay, so that means we're going to go ahead and pay this off, and we're going to pay it off immediately. Now we got to show you how to pay this off, and we're getting into that right now. Now this one you're going to be able to answer yourself simply by a series of questions and maybe some analytics. You have an account, let's say your checking account that has $1,000 in it, and you have a line of credit that has $10,000 in it. Then your savings account has $3,500 in it. Now, stop right there, okay? Are we in the accumulation mindset where we see a big number and get excited? Or are we in the cash flow mindset where if you spend $5,000 this month, there's no need to get excited because you're going to have $5,000 the next month? Which mindset are we in? None of them are bad. Accumulation's good when it's accumulating a good thing, and so is cash flow. What we want to be aware of is that you have this expense that rates as a 41 on the cash flow index scale. Okay, it is an inefficient loan, so you are basically hemorrhaging $602 to someone else when that could be going to you. Does that make sense? How many months would it take for you to save back up that $3,500 if you were to deploy it to burn that principal on that new auto loan? And this is something that you can answer, right? Because it'll take you about, 600 times 6? Okay, so at 600 times 6, 3,600. So you'll actually have $3,600 in 6 months, right, when you're paying that off. Right. So when you pay that vehicle off, right, that $25,000, you would actually be able to place that $602 that used to be going to your vehicle into another cash flow making asset. Does that make sense? Instead of a cash flow sucking liability like that car. Okay, so let's just say we did that. All right, $3,500. We're gonna hammer that 25,000. Guess what? Because 25,000. Okay, we're looking at it. We're gonna subtract it by the 3,500. Now, if any of you are wondering if car dealerships do different math, you better believe they do. All right, so let's just keep it easy. For this, shout out to all the car dealerships. You know I don't have any trouble with you guys. All right. Matter of fact, one of our students went up there and was able to determine if they could buy the vehicle because they had the Money Max account. And the system said, yeah, you can buy it. You can afford this vehicle. You'll pay it off in 2 years. And the car dealer was like, yeah, we got a 60-month, And the 25-year-old, he was like, no, I know what to do with the money, man. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that vehicle. Boy, wouldn't you like to have that kind of power in your hands, have that kind of control? It's beautiful when you have a system. So let's go ahead and look at this. $3,500 to be placed to the principal. Remember, the interest feeds off the principal. The interest feeds off the principal. So that means that the smaller the principal, the smaller the interest. So that interest savings is going into your pocket instead of their pocket. All right. Now we know that you have to keep up with the lender's regulations and, of course, the terms and conditions. So please talk to us if you're wanting to go forward in that direction. But as you're making those $602 payments, right, on a continual basis, realize that there's more now going to the principal than to interest. That's right. Okay, let me go ahead and share it with you like this. We have, when you make that one payment, that 600, how are we going to do this? Car dealer, there we go. All right, car dealership, that's what CD stands for, okay? Let's go ahead and get rid of that. You guys are the priority now. I can't be taking phone calls. 600 For easy math, we'll just keep it there as 600. That is a single payment, but that is not how the lenders divide it. The lenders divide it like this: principal, interest. And they can divide it based off of math, of course, so it's not an arbitrary decision where they have all the power. No, they're regulated as well, okay? So maybe, oh, that's too low, isn't it? All right, so let's do this then. Let's erase this and just put the numbers. You guys know what P and I stand for anyway, right? Let's divide that up. On the left side, or we'll just make the P smaller and the I smaller. There we go. We have maybe 200, right? And then on the interest side, it goes 400. Now that would be no big deal because we understand that the banks are going to get paid, okay? 200 to principal, 400 to interest. That's to the bank. Why? Well, because they don't want you to pay off anything fast. Please understand that. So when you're making a payment to them like this, $3,500, and hammering that principal down, do you know what happens next? Well, there's something that takes place in your schedule. Now, the number goes like this. Did you see that? Now it's even, 300 to 300, right? And then there's going to be more that goes to the principal, the more you pay that off. Now remember, okay, you're getting paid and you have cash flow, positive cash flow. And even as we've demonstrated, even if you have a negative cash flow, it's not about how much you can place towards something. It's about the time you do it and how much are you transferring where, okay? That's where the system comes in. That's where the system is so powerful. So please talk to us. If you need help on that, we're going to continue on with this example simply because it's so powerful. But we wanted to get you into the mindset of making sure that you knew how to prioritize your loans and what you could do with that do nothing savings account. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in next time where we will continue, because this is a problem, folks. This auto loan, that's a cash flow sucking loan, and we want to get you out of that. It's going to take us some time, and that's okay. If you have any questions, the description link is below. You can get in contact with me, and also you can get the class and get your own Velocity Banking debt elimination plan. I'd actually do that. Okay, a lot of people are doing that. So folks, let me see you next time. God bless, and we'll see you next time.